Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Polygon Matic. If you haven't seen their previous update, make sure to check out the top right hand section of your video. There's going to be a card. Watch that before watching this one because I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said in the previous update. Now, please make sure to check me out on Telegram and in the Patreon. I do have a couple of nice tiers in there with nice benefits for all the viewers to have an opportunity to support me and to get exclusive and an extra content, obviously. So it's a win-win situation, guys. Think of it as buying a cup of coffee, but only that coffee has a lot of great info for you. So yeah, I'm not a financial advisor by any means, guys. So nothing I say should be considered or taken as financial advice. Now, jumping into Polygon Matic, straight off the bat, I do see this trend line over here, right? And this is something that can hold support. We just extended. You can see that we had a nice bounce over there. So with a potential Bitcoin pullback that we might have, right? We might have a pullback for Bitcoin. That's not out of the question. Centralized exchanges are just tempted to liquidate all those over-leveraged people. And I understand them, obviously. You get paid like $1 billion in a day, roughly speaking. So it's a nice payday for the centralized exchanges, but I would look at this trend line, and let me just mark it with a different color so it's a bit easier for you to follow. So the yellow trend line is our multi-month support trend line since July, and we've been holding to it, and we may lose the upper white trend line over here, as you can see, and we may come back down to the yellow one. But, if it happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying keep an eye on this yellow trend line, because if it does bounce off of there, you just know that you want to put in a nice buy order at that point. So we're coming back down to the 20 EMA. We got a bit overextended from the EMAs. As you can see, we hadn't had a touch of the EMA since October 15th. Now we've come back to support, holding the 20 EMA perfectly, and I did give you this $2.13 resistance level, and we've managed to get to those prices 3 times actually over here, and we had a pullback towards the 20 EMA. Long term, we're looking at $6.82 from where we are right now. That is a 276% move, and I think that's possible, right? Obviously, we're looking to get to the previous swing high at $2.71. That is actually the previous all-time high, and yeah, I think Matic is doing so bullish. One thing that I don't like at the minute is the gap between the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA. So I wouldn't be surprised if the price lost the 20 EMA, came back to support over here at $1.70, because as you can see, we do have this level as previous resistance. And just let the 55 EMA catch up, have us bounce off the 55 EMA, get back above the 20, and then move on. Because if you have a gap between the EMAs that large, that's not good, okay? You have to keep that in mind. So yeah, you have your targets. Let's jump into the daily RSI. So I did give you this buy zone on the RSI, anywhere below the RSI of 57. As you can see, we came back down, and now we can establish a nice, actually, we did have this trend line. I do apologize. Yeah, I didn't see it. Damn. I wish I saw it in the last time I was... Yeah, it would have been easy to look at this. Wow. A bit annoyed, actually. A bit annoyed. Yeah, this was right in front of me. So you can see that we had a nice bounce over here, a nice bounce over here. And usually I look for these support trend lines. And I would have said that, this can potentially be your support. And we've actually bounced off of it perfectly. Look at this. Perfect bounces. But it's fine. Now we have the support. And as you can see, all these horizontal supports are holding. So if you lose this pink one in the middle, you come back to the lower one and you bounce off of that. If you start coming up to the one that is above you right now, you're going to be testing it as resistance, right? And once you break it as resistance, you come back down and retest it as support. That's just how it works. Or you can get rejected and then come back down into this support line over here. So yeah, have the support lines up, guys. They're very important. You want to look at the certain RSI support lines to be able to know when to buy back in, because the RSI gives you momentum. So yeah, let's jump into Binance. So in the last video, I did give you this bear pennant, and obviously, as you can see, we do have a little bit of a lower target for the bear pennant. And the bear pennant takes us all the way to this yellow trend line over here that we have broken out of, but we haven't backtested it as support yet, as you can see. This is a long resistance trend line, and usually what you look for is you look for a backtest of support. We broke out, super bullish. I'm not saying that we're going to do it, but we potentially can come back down that low to $1.45, and that is where the golden ratio is. So that's totally not out of the question, guys. Yes, it does sound a bit bearish, but yes, it is still possible. That is a 20% correction. If we're looking at a Bitcoin pullback, this is definitely on the table, guys. And I would just look at the 55 EMA at the least on the daily chart. That would be your nice support level to keep an eye on. And I do think we do have a bit of a different, so we do have a swing high over here in September and a swing low in September as well. And we have a 1.618 target at $2.58. But what we've actually done here is we've ran into the 1.272. So if you had your fib up and you paid attention to the fib levels, you would have seen that there is a resistance level here at the 1.272. And even without watching any of my videos or anyone else's videos, you would have known that, hey, this is a potential resistance level. I may just sell a part of my Matic over here and then buy back in if we get lower. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. A nice 15% discount for your Matic. So, this is how you can use the fib levels. Obviously, they're not going to be correct 100% of the time, but I would say more often than not, they do actually show you the actual resistance levels. And what we're doing right now is we're hovering above the previous swing high over here, just the one that we had over here. And the most important thing that we want to do is we do not want to lose this swing low, right? If you lose that swing low, that's your potential bear market for me, and that's not looking too good. I don't envision this happening. I don't envision us coming back down to $1 anytime soon. I do think that we are on our way, but we're going to have little pullbacks, here and there. But I do think we're set for that euphoric stage of the bull market very, very soon. And like I said, 55 EMA on the daily chart is your best friend. That's where the 786 currently is at $1.60. Just have your buy-in orders just a bit above the EMAs, just a bit above the Fibonacci levels, and just a bit above the support levels, just so you make sure you get filled. Because sometimes what people do and what smart traders do is they set the orders above the fib level so that all the people that set the buy orders at the exact level of the fib, they don't get filled and the price reverses without touching the fib level. So that's just something to keep in mind on. That's what I always do. Just set the buy orders a bit above your support level. So that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure to check me out on Patreon. I do have a Patreon running, guys, and it's a great little community that we're starting. A nice way to support me and a nice way to get more extra content and personal attention. As you can see, I did add in 2 levels over here. From this overextended tier all the way to the Crypto Maniac tier, you do get weekly EMAs with tips, with projects, and those will be sent out to all of you guys. And you do have video requests across all these different tiers, personal TA requests, Zoom calls, whatever it is. I'm open to suggestions as well. So yeah, make sure to check this out. Make sure to check me out on Twitter. Make sure to check me out on the Telegram chat and the Discord server, guys. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.